They say money doesn't grow on trees, but for some people, it literally drops out of thin air. Lady Luck sometimes smiles on a fortunate few and bestows them with showers of green from above. Today, we take a look at some people who suddenly became rich overnight. Before proceeding, do subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos. Jack Whittaker. In 2002, West Virginia resident Jack Whittaker hit the jackpot, no pun intended. He won a whopping $314 million in the Powerball lottery. Now, that seems like more money than 10 generations of a family might ever need, so it is impossible to spend it all in one lifetime, correct? Well, that is where Whittaker proved us all wrong. The construction businessman spent his entire fortune gambling in casinos and partying in strip clubs. He even gave a sizable portion of his winnings to his teenage granddaughter, who ended up dying of a drug overdose. The entire whirlwind of events finally came to an end when Jack Whittaker was finally arrested by cops for drunken driving and sued for assault. On the positive side, he did give some of his winnings to charity. Dave Gehle. An employee of ConAgra Foods, Dave Gehle seemed to live a normal, middle-class life. Things changed overnight when the Lincoln, Nebraska resident suddenly hit a stroke of luck and won the Powerball lottery in 2006. The total winnings were priced at $365 million and he shared it with 7 of his colleagues. After splitting the winnings and deducting taxes, Gehle was still left with a whopping $22.1 million. Not a small sum indeed. So, what did he do with his winnings? Apparently, not much. Being a fan of the simple life, Gehle merely purchased a snowmower, a new car, and traveled a bit. He still lives in the same house in which he has his whole life and has probably invested the rest of his winnings wisely. Kevin Lewis. Now, here's a case where a mistaken identity actually did someone a lot of good. In late 2013, a Cincinnati casino mistakenly handed out $1 million loyalty prize money to a Kevin Lewis who won it from them. The only hitch? It was the wrong Kevin Lewis. Yet, in a move that surprised all, the casino actually went on to hand out another $1 million prize to the actual Kevin Lewis and let both the namesakes keep the money. This truly came as a huge surprise to all around. As for what the Kevins did with their money, well, not much is known what the right one did, but the wrong one ended up getting arrested soon enough on drug-related charges. Sometimes all doesn't end well. Oscar and Lorene Stohler. An unassuming couple living the simple life in North Dakota, Oscar and Lorene Stohler had no idea that life was soon never going to be the same. Instead, it was going to get a whole lot richer. The discovery of crude oil on their land made the octogenarian couple millionaires overnight. Neither Oscar nor Lorene could believe their luck when the oil was found. So, what did the retired couple do with their money? Not much, said Lorene, as she and her husband have always preferred the simple life. The only expense they made was an automatic water sprinkler for their garden and a $1,000 ring for Lorene that Oscar gifted on their 60th wedding anniversary. Marv Doniger. Sometimes it is not the lottery, but a lawsuit that makes you rich overnight. Doniger had a thriving career as a management consultant to Fortune 500 companies until a sudden illness forced him to retire. His doctor simply diagnosed him as having kidney stones, and this wrong diagnosis cost Marv Doniger his bladder, which he had removed, as well as his ability to walk. Doniger was actually suffering from cancer, and when he finally got the treatment he needed, he was able to walk again with the help of a walking stick and lots of physiotherapy. Doniger sued his physician for wrongful practice and won a rightful $3.3 million in damages. Jonathan Duhamel. Jonathan Duhamel is a name well known in professional poker circles. However, the Canadian resident was once disheartened because he failed to qualify for being an all-star hockey player. Nonetheless, Lady Luck had other plans in store for him. After trying his hand at a game of poker, Duhamel went on to qualify for the World Series of Poker in Las Vegas and took away the main winnings of $9 million. All this happened when Duhamel was merely 23 years old, thus turning him a millionaire overnight. Additionally, he also happens to be the first ever Canadian to win the coveted card game title. Since then, Jonathan Duhamel has gone on to win many more World Series of Poker titles in his career and has become a millionaire as a result many times over. Sandy Stein. Sandy Stein did not just become a millionaire overnight, but also gave a story of hope to millions of women out there. The former flight attendant's career was reeling in the aftermath of the 9/11 attacks, and her husband had just lost his job. With a son to support, Stein stood up and took control of her life. She had an idea that turned out to be hugely popular and earned her millions overnight. Stein patented the idea for Finder's Key Purse, a fashion accessory that ensures keys never get lost in handbags again. In 2005, in her first year of operation in business, Stein sold a whopping 1 million pieces of her invention. Needless to say, this spunky businesswoman now owns a Lexus and is a proud story of how determination can do wonders in life. Tracy Howes. Tracy Howes and her husband Peter sold her college recruitment software invention, which made her millions of dollars overnight. Tracy had been previously involved in working for Gold Quest until luck favored her efforts. So, what did the mother and businesswoman do with her winnings? Howes and her husband wisely invested their winnings in their children's college fund and also used some of it to buy a property in the upscale Hamptons. Additionally, the couple also started a social philanthropy network called Sequential. The smart couple said that the rest of their winnings have been smartly invested away for a rainy day. Andrew Mason. The brains behind Groupon.com. Andrew Mason had faced several hardships in his business ventures before he struck gold. The music major from Pennsylvania started Groupon.com, a website that offers users discounts on local merchant goods and services. The website was launched in 2008, and estimates show that by 2010, Groupon had sold more than 6 million deals and was earning an annual revenue of over $800 million. This made Mason a very rich man almost overnight indeed. In fact, Google had offered Mason a whopping $5.3 billion to acquire the website, an offer which the businessman apparently turned down. Before we unveil our final pick on this list, we have our audience question for you. If you became an overnight millionaire, what is the first thing that you would do with your money? Let us know in the comments below. As always, we love hearing from you. Pierre Le Guennec. Pierre Le Guennec, a retired French electrician, is probably any art connoisseur's envy. In 2010, he announced to the world that he was in possession of over 271 undocumented Pablo Picasso paintings. The works include watercolors, portraits, and lithographs. If you're wondering how a French electrician came in possession of a master artist's works, well, in the 1970s, Le Guennec actually worked for Picasso, who rewarded the electrician with his paintings over the course of his employment. Needless to say, Picasso's heirs fought a long court battle as they accused Le Guennec of having stolen the artworks that have been valued at close to 60 million euros. However, in 2018, Le Guennec was declared guilty by the court and claimed as the wrongful owner of the paintings. Like what you saw? Do support us by hitting the like button, comment below, and let us know the ones you're eager to catch. Hope you enjoyed our video, and do not forget to share. For more great content, subscribe to our channel. See you next time.